Hello, fountain pen fans, and welcome back. My name is Janaea, and I'm the marketing specialist here at Goulet Pens. And I thought I'd just take some time to show you guys some brand new fountain pen arrivals that's come in within the last 2 weeks, give you guys an in-depth review, and then hear what you guys think about all of our new products. So, without further ado, let's just hop right on in. Alrighty, so today's first pen is going to be the brand new model from Magna Carta called the Mag 500, which is a really smaller version of its older brother, the Mag 600. So when you take it out the packaging, you know, black and gold, go Rams. I love those color combinations. Take it out the packaging. The very first thing you see is this big old eyedropper. And that's because the Mag 500 is actually eyedropper fill only. It doesn't take a standard international cartridge, converter, any of those things. You can only eyedropper fill. But shout out to Magna Carta for including that in the packaging, because now you don't have to worry about getting a bulb syringe or just a regular ink syringe. So yeah, but moving on to the pen, look at this gorgeous writing tool. Now, the Mag 500 in Lilac Gold is exclusively at Goulet Pens, so you can't get this thing anywhere else, okay? And why would you not get this? I mean, look at that beautiful design. So the body is made out of a white resin with some beautiful royal purple and gold shimmer throughout it. As you can see, it comes with some nice 24K PVD gold-plated trim, and the clip itself is actually removable. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not feeling a clip today, I don't want it, you can pop that bad boy right on off. Or if you'd like to align your clip to the Magna Carta that you see engraved on the barrel, you can go ahead and pop it right back on, just like this. And there you go, it's nice and aligned. And it's right on your pen, looking as sleek as ever. Now, when it comes to nib options for this pen, there's only one, and it's the 14K Flex Gold nib. And I tell you what, this nib is an amazing writer. So just as a side note, I post this pen, but you might not like how top heavy or back heavy it is, if that makes any sense. It gets kind of weighty towards the back end because the post doesn't go all the way down. The post kind of sits up on the top part of the finial. But as far as a writing with Magna Carta Flex nibs feels like waking up on a cloud. It just feels like warm sheets out the dryer and your granny's fresh baked sugar cookies. I tell you that much. It is just an enjoyable experience through and through. The only thing I hate about flex nibs is that you kind of have to write slow just to get all that line variation without getting that railroading in your writing. Now I know some people are going to talk about my cursive. Please forgive me. I'm from the generation where they didn't even teach us cursive. So me trying to learn, encourage me, don't bash me. It's okay if you bash me, it looks a mess. But yeah, so writing with Magna Carta nibs is always going to be an absolute pleasure. Now, in terms of sizing, I did want to bring up the Mag 600 because they look totally different, even though they might have similar writing experiences because of their awesome flex nib. So when you look at these bad boys side by side, you're like, OMG, they're nothing alike. Of course, a different clip, different size, size of the barrel, nib size, just an overall departure from the Mag 600 is the Mag 500. The Mag 500, I would say if you have smaller hands, this is probably going to be your preference. It's very compact, very lightweight. Like I mentioned, it does post, but it becomes heavier on the back end when you post it. And it has a small grip. I wear my nails either short or long, depending on the flavor, you know, depending on what mood I'm in for the day. So right now I have my nails short, so it's pretty comfortable for me. But because of the way I hold my pen, I hold my pens with my nails jabbing into my palm. So if I were to have longer nails using this shorter grip, it would be an uncomfortable experience for me because I would be jabbing myself trying to write. And that's usually why I prefer pens that are a little bit heftier, because they just have a little bit more width for me to work with, so I'm not jabbing myself when I write. But that doesn't mean I'm not obsessed. Since my nails are short right now, this is a lovely experience for me, and I really, 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 really love writing with the Mag 500. But just to compare it to the Mag 600, as you can see, well, hold on, I'll show you the nib sizes. The nib sizes are totally different. I would say the Mag 500 is comparable to about the size number 5 nib. And then as you can see, it's a major difference from the Mag 600. The Mag 600, you know, it has a longer grip. It doesn't post, which I don't like. Does not post, but it has a longer grip and it has a wider barrel, and so it usually just feels a little bit more comfortable in my hand when I'm writing with longer nails. So depending on my nails, you know, I'll switch up which mag I like the most. But let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer the little bit more compact Mag 500, or are you like, I love my Mag 600, I have big hands, and so this is the pen for me? Either way, both of them come with an amazing gold flex nib, and I think you'll enjoy your writing experience regardless. So yeah, check this out. It's exclusively at Goulet Pens, and yeah. Alrighty, now this next group of pens I am so excited for, and that's just because it was one of my favorite books growing up. Come on, it's The Harry Potter, and LAMY has partnered with Warner Bros. Discovery Global Consumer Products to create its first licensed collection. It's gonna be the Harry Potter series and the LAMY All-Star, which I'm super excited for. Boom. So now I will say you can get these pens in either an individual box or you can get a gift set. And today I'm going to be opening up the gift set and just going through all of the pens. So let's see. So we're going to slide this bad boy out the box, and ooh, look at that. Gorgeous packaging. You know, I'm loving what I'm seeing. So it's going to be 4 new colors. And they're going to be inspired by the different houses that the Sorting Hat places all the students from Hogwarts in. Now, if you're not up to speed on your Harry Potter lore, you gotta catch up. You're like 20 years late, but it's okay. I can explain it for you. So first things first, we have this nice kind of burnt reddish orange scarlet, and this is Gryffindor. This is the house that Harry was in, you know, our valiant hero. All right, next up is Hufflepuff. You know, those are where the sweetest people in Hogwarts go. And this color is so warm and inviting, just like the Hufflepuff people. A famous Hufflepuff person, I guess, would be Cedric Diggory, when they were fighting over the Goblet of Fire. Now, I told y'all I was a nerd, so I don't know why y'all didn't think I was going to be dropping in hints, okay? So next we have Ravenclaw. More gorgeous designs, this beautiful blue shade, and a famous person from Ravenclaw is Luna Lovegood, who helped Harry get to some things he needed to get to throughout the series. So shout out to Luna. And last but not least, we have Slytherin in this deep greenish teal color, which has some sneaks on it, which is very fitting. And I feel like Slytherin gets a bad name. I mean, one thing I admire about Slytherin House is they are family oriented. They stick together through good or bad. Now, we could talk about the good or bad, but that is a trait that I greatly admire about that house. So each of these pens have a fine engraving and an emblem on finial. So Gryffindor has these awesome fire, and then they have their griffin in the finial. And as we can see, Slytherin has snakes, and then a snake emblems. I love how these pens all have little small details that just really encompasses all things Harry Potter and the Hogwarts world, and that's really exciting because I am a super fan, if you can't tell by now. Now, I don't know about you guys, but as I mentioned, I'm like a super Harry Potter fan. I love Harry Potter. Harry. I think I first finished the series when I was like in 5th or 6th grade. Like I was like that nerd face in a book, really getting into everything that happened. And one of my favorite parts about Harry, and like one of my favorite ways to, I guess, connect to Harry and the gang, is the sorting hat quiz. And just a quick recap, if you're not familiar, the sorting hat is when everybody first gets to Hogwarts, the School of Wizardry, and they're placed into either one of 4 houses that have different traits. And Harry's house was the Gryffindor, which is, you know, hero and go out your way to save people. And so when I first read the books, I really resonated with Harry. I just felt like they really coming for my boy Harry. They tried to kill him. They trying to not let him pursue his education. His guardians were abusive. Like, I just really empathized with him. And so I felt like I was taking on traits of his. So when I first did the sorting hat thing, I literally was put in a Gryffindor. But I just actually took it a couple of days ago. And ironically enough, I was placed into Ravenclaw. Now, I think over the years, I've grown. Ravenclaw, their people are super eccentric, like Luna Lovegood, and they're just wise. You know, they wait to say things. They're analytical people, and I was like, you know what, facts. That's so me. The only thing I know for sure that the sorting hat was right about was these beautiful new pens from LAMY. I'm super excited to see what you guys think about them, and I'm super excited to see them continue coming out with more collaborations with other brands and other characters and TV shows and all that good stuff. So this is really cool to see. Just a couple more features that I want to point out after running my yap. So each of these pens come with a black interchangeable steel nib. And they have a matching translucent grip section. So you're really getting the full-on Hogwarts vibes with these ones. So yeah, loving the Hogwarts pens. I'm feeling some magic in the air. I don't know about you guys. Okay, and speaking of magic, we have a brand new glistening golden elixir from Ferris Press. Yes, one of my favorite brands is back with a new addition to their fairy tales collection called Age of Aurum. Ooh. Now, Age of Aurum is a nice burnt yellow shade with some gorgeous gold shimmer. And as you guys may know, Ferris Press's Fairy Tales collection takes a collection of fairy tales and uses them to create some beautiful ink shades. And so Age of Aurum, the story that it's tied to is King Midas's Gold Touch. And a quick little synopsis of that. Pretty much you have a king that is super into riches, wealth. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. And he asks for a golden touch to be able to turn anything he touches into gold. Now, King Midas may be greedy, but so am I, because I'm in love with this shade and I want literally all of the bottles. It's so beautiful. This shade is perfect for the holidays coming up. You know, everything in holidays has to have a little shimmer and glimmer, you know, it has to be magical. It's the most magical time of the year. Come on. So although King Midas went a little overboard, you do not have to, especially when it comes to gold. I'm super excited to use the shade in the upcoming year because this is right up my alley. Of course, it comes in a 20 milliliter bottle that kind of looks like a little potion. Who knows? Harry Potter might have used this in Hogwarts. And this would actually be a great color to pair with the Hufflepuff LAMY All-Star pen. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? So yeah, packaging, of course, is always an A+. And of course, you have your little story on the side so you can kind of keep track of where Princess Patch is or where the Fairy Tales collection is and their different inks that come out. Right now we are on gold, King Midas, and all things having to do with gold. So I wouldn't be surprised if a Rumpelstiltskin inspired ink comes out next, because in the story of Rumpelstiltskin, you know, the lady that was trapped was spinning straw into gold. So if this is a beautiful gold shade about King Midas, I'm looking forward to it. Another shade of gold about Rumpelstiltskin. So a girl can dream. Let's keep our fingers crossed. But either way, this ink is now available at Goulet Pens, and it's perfect for the holidays. So if I had to pick a shade, this would definitely be on top 5 on one of my lists. Alrighty, and moving right along, we have another exclusive from Diplomat in the Diplomat Aero, and this one is called Evergreen Gold. Ooh, I've been loving the exclusive Goulet pens it's had from Diplomat. The last one was brown and Marrakesh gold, and that was such a stunner, and this one is no different. So upon opening it up, get your nice packaging. Oops. Let me just, bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. Nice packaging, and oh, look at this pen. Gorgeous. Now it has a lacquered deep green body with some gorgeous gold trim. It also has a nice satisfying click with the cap, so you know that no ink is going anywhere and you won't have any leakage, which is perfect. So it comes with a nice Yovo stainless steel nib, matte gold grip and trim, of course. And its nib options includes an extra fine, fine, medium, and broad. Plus, it's ready to go with both a cartridge and a converter included. So, as you can see, here is your Diplomat converter. So yeah, this mean green writing machine is definitely a must-have. It's just so beautiful. It's so classy, but it's not boring either. It's not your typical black pen. It has a brilliant color that you don't see often, but it's still reserved and classic enough to just really be an eye turner in a professional setting. So I'm really loving this. This is exclusively at Goulet Pens, so go check it out now. Alrighty, so next up we have some limited edition pens from Delta, and I just wanted to speak on this just a tad. So these pens are a little bit more premium in price, and they offer some cool features from across the Delta collection, if that makes sense. So upon opening it up, this new version is called the Majestic, but Delta has three other new pens, but two have the option to become matte or glossy, and that is the Prestige, the Delta Limited Edition Prestige. It comes in either glossy or matte, or you could opt for the Royal Green, which is a beautiful green version of this pen. So just taking it out the box, this pen is gorgeous. It's crafted from hand-turned translucent resin barrel, and each pen is carefully polished inside and out to ensure crystal clarity and a flawless finish. Now, it is very comparable to the Delta Midsize DV Original, and that's this pen right here. It's not quite the same size, but like I said, you can compare the two and kind of get a general, feel for what it'll look and feel like in hand. So just comparing the nibs. Now, these Delta limited editions come with a nice and big number 8 size nib. It's huge. And also, with the midsize, you usually get a cartridge converter fill, as you can see. But one really awesome thing about these new Delta limited editions is that they have an internal piston fill, which is just so nice. You get a huge ink capacity, and you can kind of see your ink level. It's a nice and flawless like ink pool. The piston knob is very easy to use. It's just really well made. And I can also compare it to a Delta DV oversize. And when you take the cap off and compare the nibs, you can see that they both have a number 8 size nib. But of course, this one is a little thicker in the barrel. And when I say this one, I mean the Delta oversized DV original with palladium trim, Riviera Blue. Now, this is still available at gouletpens.com if you're interested. It's a gorgeous pen, but I'm just using it to compare to the new Delta Limited Edition. As you can see, the new Limited Edition also has a matching feed. So really, really beautiful. And as you can see, each of these new Delta Limited Editions comes with a nice bottle of ink. which is a pretty good size if I can get it out the box. Pretty good size. Let me see. It doesn't say on here, but I'm sure if I'll pop it right here once I figure it out. So yeah, really nice to come with a bottle of ink, and it's an internal piston filler, so you can get ready to write as soon as you open this bad boy up. And that's the type of person I am. As soon as I get a new pen, I'm writing like paragraphs with it because I just have to break it in. I'm insane. And if you're insane too, welcome to the good side. All right, so also just another thing, each of these pens are numbered. Majestic is out of 188 pens, and I believe that is the same for the 3 other colors. And if not, I'll make sure I put it right here. Although it is a premium pen and has a premium price tag attached to it, it has so many awesome qualities that make it so worth it. Of course, the internal piston fill, the limited quantity, so making this like a great collector's item, the gold nib, the matching feed to the pen. It's just so many qualities that just really justify the price on this one. So let me know what you guys think about these limited editions, and if you have any, if you like really love it, or you're like, I prefer my oversized, or just let me know. But yeah, shout out to Delta. This is a gorgeous new limited editions. Yeah. Alrighty, moving right along, we have some new Monteverde Innova pens that are bringing the color back to the party, okay? And this collection is called Ombre Fusion, and it's a reason it's called Ombre Fusion. I'm going to show you in just a second. Just look at this beautiful ombre finish. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Now, Ombre Fusion collection comes in 3 new color designs, Bliss, Charm, and Harmony. And a standout feature for these pens is its beautiful, authentic carbon fiber mid-ring, which adds both style and strength to the pen's design. It's kind of heavy in hand, which I love. Twist that. Oh, it's not a twist at all. Yank that thing. Ooh, it has a nice satisfying post. Ah, I love that. Hold on, one more time. That thing ain't going nowhere, okay? It feels really good in hand. It's a little heavier on the back end of the pen, but this type of weight in my hand makes me feel super grounded. And it just kind of helps me stay in one line when I'm writing. Sometimes lightweight pens, I just write all over the page. When it's a little heavier in hand, I tend to stay a little bit more neat. Now, these pens come with a nice stainless steel number 6 Yovo nib with a plasma treated feed, and it has an engraved Monteverde logo on the cap. The Innova Ombre Fusion pens definitely come in multiple nib sizes, and they are extra fine, medium, broad, a 1.1 millimeter stub, and an Omni Flex nib. So lots of options to choose from, color options when it comes to whatever is your preferred gradient, and then lots of nib options. So yeah, check these out. They're relatively affordable, just under $52, and for like carbon fiber, nice metal weight in hand, beautiful color gradient. I don't know, I feel like it's worth it, but what do you guys think? Definitely let me know. Okie dokie, now sticking with Monteverde, they have a brand new fountain pen model and a rollerball model called the Dakota. Now, these pens actually pay homage to the Douglas C-47 Skytrain, also known as the Dakota, which was a World War II aircraft. And they come in 4 color options: military green, raw flame, black sky, and stainless steel. So what I have here with me is military green. As you can see, it has the stripes to represent the aircraft from World War II. And this is raw flame, which is a really, really, really unique color that I just don't see too often. Now, one awesome noteworthy feature about these pens is its innovative slip-in cap technology. So I'll show you. This is the fountain pen version, as you can see, but look at the cap. It's just no noise, no effort. Just slips right on. And the roller ball actually does the exact same thing. Seamless. It's very satisfying, and it's just really sleek, classy, and it's not loud or attention grabbing. So I really, really like that. It literally glides on like butter. One of my favorite things. So the fountain pen version of the Dakota has a number 5 Yovo steel nib that comes in extra fine, fine, and medium. And it fills using a short standard international cartridge or a full-size standard international push-in piston converter, which, as you can see, is included. As for the gel roller ball, it does come with an extra fine refill, which is nice and convenient. So for those of you who like thin lines in your writing, I think you'll really like this pen. And just one more thing, I'm sorry. In hand, they're very lightweight, although they have some weight to them because of its metal body. And when it posts, it also has that same glide and slide in technology. So it just feels really good in hand, and this would be a great pocket pen. So definitely check these pens out. And last but certainly not least, we have another brand new model from Monteverde called the MP1. And the MP1 is really, really exciting because MP1 stands for Monteverde Piston Fill the Very First, which means this is the first time Monteverde has ever done a piston fill pen or an internal piston fill pen, and that is really, really, really exciting. This pen also was designed to commemorate Monteverde's 25th anniversary as a fountain pen brand. So I'm loving the 25th birthdays this year. Happy birthday, Monteverde, and happy birthday to me because I also turned 25. As you can see, this is a demonstrator pen, and in my hand I have the purple frost version, but this pen does come in 2 other colors, and they're called Black Noir and Coal Gray. As you can see, it has a solid colored cap and piston knob, and this is just a gorgeous finish to me. One major thing I want to point out is this lock-in piston feature. So as you can see, when you open it up, you can change your ink level, fill it up, or get rid of ink. And when you're at your desired placement, you take that first dot on the piston knob and then the second dot on the actual barrel, and you line it up. Click it back down, and now you eliminate that super annoying issue when you're using piston pens, which is a leakage and just accidental turning of the knob, which can either push ink out or just ruin the ink writing experience. So it's really nice to get a piston knob that can kind of lock in place so you don't have to worry about any mishaps. So, of course, the MP1 boasts a premium Yovo German-made number 6 steel nib, and it has a plasma-treated feed, and you'll get some nice and consistent ink flow with a plasma-treated feed. And yeah, less drying up and everything. So, the nibs offered in this pen range from a extra fine, fine, medium, broad, and 1.1 millimeter stub, and finally the OmniFlex steel nib, so you can get some awesome line variation. So yeah, I'm really excited about these pens. They're really beautiful. I'm loving the lock-in cap mechanism. It's just going to be really helpful and convenient. And this pen is only $52. So you're not breaking the bank, but you're also getting some really, really awesome qualities and such a nice fountain pen. So definitely check this one out. It's really exciting. Alrighty, so those were a lot of products, and there's only going to be more as the holiday season gets closer and closer. So I just wanted to thank you guys personally for joining me as we go through some of these new arrivals and just kind of figuring out which ones you like the best and which ones you could tell Santa and your friends and family to get you for the holiday season. Or you don't even have to wait for the holidays because you could treat yourself at any time of the year, okay? Of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you have any questions about tech specs, nib options, anything like that, never hesitate to contact our lovely customer care team who will be willing to help you at every step of the process. So, of course, thank you for joining me. My name is Janae. I'm the marketing specialist here at Goulet Pens, and I look forward to coming back to you guys with some more new arrivals. But in the meantime, see you later.